Doesn't matter. They don't stick around to see if I just mill myself. We'll take the W. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I'm catching up on the quote spiciest decks of Pro Tour Aetherdrift. I'll let the comments have their way with that. But this is an article from the magic.gg website, the spiciest deck list of Pro Tour Aetherdrift. And this one comes to us from Sanctum of All and Jason Yee. They are playing Esper Paragon. So a while back, we did make a video using Sarah Paragon saying it might be the answer to these Esper Pixie / mono red metas that we're running into. And it looks like Team Sanctum of All jumped on that idea and ran with it and built this really wild Esper list that uses a lot of what Nurturing Pixie does, but builds it into a control shell. So we're going to explore that here because I think it's a very, very cool pile. It has a variety of removal spells for the control enjoyers as card advantage. It runs Sarah Paragon. It can get Jace the Perfected Mind wins, and it does This Town Ain't Big Enough loops. It does forgo some of the things that you've taken for granted in the deck as absolute must includes, like Storm Chaser's talent, but in the meantime it gets a ton of mileage out of Scapeshift and Overlord of the Bailmark. So let's get into it. If you're going to look at the bouncing side of things, of course you have 4 Nurturing Pixies. Then on top of that you use cards like Momentum Breaker, Nowhere to Run, and Grim Bauble to remove the opponent's things, and this is not necessarily new. Scroll Shift lets you double down on these effects, and there's even a temporary lockdown in the deck. But then things really start to change. 2 Jace the Perfected Minds in combination with Overlord of the Bailmark's ability to get back a Jace the Perfected Mind in combination with Nurturing Pixies that you can often cast from the graveyard using Sarah Paragon give you the combo finish of getting Jace back, milling them out, casting Jace again, milling them out. And then on the other side of the coin is Day of Judgment and Beza, the Boundless Spring, to keep you alive and keep very, very bad things from happening to you. Overall, it's a very unique build with a ton of removal spells to keep opponents guessing, and you can see why it was successful in best of 3. For best of 1, I do think Sarah Paragon's really well positioned. In the games, I will give you a small spoiler for the games, they did play out that way. Sarah Paragon is still a solution to the meta at large, and this is probably a better shell than the one I played a few months ago. I normally cut colors in best of 1 to try to keep it to as few colors as possible, but the mana base was solid and didn't give me many issues. So I do recommend this version if you are playing Pixie, but the over aggressive nature feels off to you. If you're a reforming control mage like me or trying to find the control deck in this format, then it might be worth it to explore this kind of bizarre mid-rangey strategy that still has some Pixie elements, at least while these things are still legal. There is a sideboard for those of you who do play best of 3. You can copy this sideboard and you have exactly what was played at the Pro Tour by one of the most successful teams that's been in action this year. And for those of you who don't want a sideboard, just make sure you remove all these cards before you hit Craft All. Now we're gonna try this on the best of 1 ladder, and I'll tell you straight up, I was very impressed. But as we slide into those games, let's thank the sponsors of our video, CoolStuffInc.com and Dragon Shield. You can use the promo code CGB5 on either site to get a discount on your order, and thank you to them for sponsoring the video. Thank you to you guys for supporting the sponsor of the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of CovertGoBlue, and you can find all of his unique tokens and playmats at CovertGoBlue HQ. Take to the skies with CGB's Shark token and playmat, and his premium Dragon Rider token and playmat, or become the apex predator of your next game night with his Dinosaur Rider playmat and token. CoolStuffInc.com/CGB is your place for all things CovertGoBlue, so check it out if you want to channel your inner one in best of 1. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
On the play, removal! Overlord, love it. Let's go to work. We do need a blue source, but Fabled Passage can handle it, and so can Flood Farm Verge. Although, can it? Actually, don't have a plains yet. That's kind of funny. All right, play the swamp, play the Overlord. We'll slow roll the blue. There's a mountain over there. Opponent might be feeling the aggro. Ooh, Jace. Jace and Pixie. I mean, Jace doesn't do much yet. What are we doing next turn, though? Probably removing something and then playing Jace the next turn? That makes sense. Okay, Jace can come out and play. Pixie getting back Overlord is a good value play, but you have to anticipate that the red deck is going to get its deck going. Yeah, here's the Challenger. That's going to get Legions, I think. You could also save it for Offspring, right? All tokens with the same name. But this is the most mana efficient play. And Get Lost does come back to haunt you. TikTok goes the Overlord. So we can fetch this island. And then... oh no. Oh, that card makes me angry. So we could use a Jace on it, but then if they burn it, we get locked out of life gain. And life gain is part of the strategy. Yep, here comes a mouse. That is probably a Jace target. Jeez, another Nemesis? How do they do it? How do they always have the Nemesis every time? How do they do it? And how do I only draw lands against them? How does this happen? I think I have to mill that Nemesis. But hey, if I mill the Nemesis, I draw a card. That's fun. In it. In it. I can't believe they have to think about it. Okay, nowhere to run, and it's too late. Although we can hit the Nemesis with that. Ooh, is that the play? Is that the play? Pay 2 life for the Jace. They missed the land drop, right? Because they played the Nemesis the turn before. That's a big deal. Yeah, we want them to tap out and play the Nemesis.
You can be made to obey.
Maybe that's why they were thinking about it. It is their whole turn. And they're doing it. They're doing it. Complete with the double attack at the Jace. Down goes the Nemesis. 2 of them down. Overlord off the top. It's still... I feel like I have to plus, but what could we get? I guess we can get Pixie to get back nowhere to run. That doesn't do it though. Let's play the Overlord impending and open up other options. Nowhere to run is down there, but we can't get to it. We can double Jace. I don't think that's it though. I think we drop this Pixie, lift this nowhere to run, still plus here, try to keep that thing from killing us, keep buying time because we also get this 5/5. Oh my, oh my, red stresses me out. Let me guess, you attack. Great. Cool. Then what? Frenzy? Of course. Frenzy, of course. Sure. And? You can kill the Pixie too? Oh my god. Alright. Could be worse. I think we let Jace take this little bump on the head and hold the nowhere to run for the next Screaming Nemesis. Oh, that draw! Okay. It does deal us damage.
can be made to obey.
But only one. And the nowhere to run should kill anything they play, right? Tick tick goes impending. Plus plus goes Jace. They have 5 lands now. They drew 2 lands in a row. They might be able to burst lightning the Jace. This mouse. Okay. It's gonna be okay though. Do we save this? Nah. Use your mana, and we priority check them. And they don't have a Monstrous Rage. Pixie, easy. But is that the right play? Because we can plus here, Pixie back the Overlord, play Overlord again. I think that's better. Impend, mill it. We're looking for Sarah's Paragon. But instead we got more Pixies, that's fine, we can keep digging. Oh yeah, you're feeling it now? You're feeling the power? Give me another Pixie. Play the Pixie. Give me the Overlord. We'll do it again next turn if we have to. And I'm also gonna plus here.
Become subdued.
No Sarah Paragons in the top half of the deck, and yet sitting pretty. Oh man, more manifold, nice. Dude, when they start having babies, you just don't quit. Land off the top, no, that ain't it. All right, we impend. And our choices are these cats. We're still not finding it, man. But we do have 22 cards in graveyard, so we have a draw 3 from a Jace. I think now is the time. 22 cards, yep.
I will clear your...
Okay, Day of Judgment. Is that where we are? I feel like I should make them fight through all this. That's tough. I don't want to blow these up, but I could hit them for 6, blow up the board. And then a Nemesis just ruins me. I think I make them fight through the 7 toughness I have on the field. And we bobble and kill this mouse. This Legion to Ash can take out both tokens. And then we sack the bobble. Will I regret it? Will I regret holding Day of Judgment? A couple turns ago, and they drew a few lands in a row, a couple turns ago they did not have a Monstrous Rage. So it's a very narrow window that they've had to draw one. Oh no. Oh no. Challenger gets land, okay. Okay, goes face. Wow. All of you in there, get him. Get him. Use up all of their resources. Lightning strike. Okay. The Jace is a draw 3, but they've decided they're just ignoring it. Yep, only one Pixie left, doesn't get the job done. But we only take 1. And now the lightning strike on the Jace. Okay, that works. That does work. Sarah Paragon right on top. Easy.
Knowledge
Boom.
is still
Paragon. And we want to bring out Fable Passages because they can gain life, but I'll also get this creature land. because we want the momentum breaker on top. Okay, they top deck the removal. Must be nice. It's okay. They'll have to draw really good to get out of this now. Another land. Oh, another land? Oh no, there's only 15 cards left. And the Overlord mills when it attacks. This is getting scary. Doesn't matter. They don't stick around to see if I just mill myself. We'll take the W. I will always take a good W, starving red of resources. On the draw. I mean, it deals with a lot. It's a control hand. And it's red. See what I miss when I just take a little break? We get this out because it turns on the verges. I don't need blue yet. I still think it's Anchorage first, though, because then we have all 3 colors on turn 2 to give us more options overall. All right, I believe we just give no quarter. Looking forward to my double striking. I hope they just play some pump spells though, and not enough to kill me. Well, they didn't play Nemesis, so what do they have? Nothing? Interesting. If they had... I think I'm just playing another breaker. I know the Grim Bauble, in theory, can kill it. My issue with the Grim Bauble is they're just slow rolling. They're just slow rolling a Monstrous Rage for whatever reason to make me feel like an idiot. I feel like I've done this too many times before. I'm not falling for it. Okay, dude. We need life gain. This will help us find it. Keep. Increasing speed also does it. But yeah, let's impend. There's the Paragons and lands in the graveyard, but no Fable Passage. That could be a big deal. No burn spell on this end step. Maybe it's just burst lightnings? Doesn't matter. What happens to a toad when they get struck by momentum breakers? Same thing as everyone else. I like the Paragons, but that's a lot of Paragons. Oh, what the heck. We're on the draw. We were going to lose anyway. Okay, 3rd mono red in a row. Standard's great, guys. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's a very healthy format. Can you show me a 3rd one so I can just scoop? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nope.
I just don't wanna, man. I could, but I don't wanna. We're still looking for our first player of the day in Standard that isn't playing mono red. I'm about 40 minutes into the recording session. Okay. Black mana, right? Okay, break them. So we can go river next turn, Pixie, breaker, break again. I don't like having to play Magic this way, but you know what? If it makes mono red cry, I'll do it. Just a stupid Widow Mouse. Okay, let's go get it. So if I get a blue here, The problem is, no, I do have double black. I just have to pay life for it, but it doesn't turn on the Verge, right? So my white mana's a little limited, but I do have the anchorage. I could increase my speed.
Beyond your comprehension.
Okay, I'll increase my speed. They could play another mouse and give it double strike and attack, but they already played 2 challengers in a row. I think the odds of them having a third one are pretty low. Nope. This is content. That can get white, so we can Day of Judgment. I think against them, we're just plussing all the way to keep the Jace on the board until we're drawing 3 from looping the Veil Marks. So now we can Bailmark, Pixie, Momentum Break if they play a Screaming Nemesis. Instead, it's Hired Claw. Nowhere to run. Love it. Can do this all day. Begin the impending. I think our Pixie is going to die. Ooh, we could play Paragon. Is Paragon the better hit here? I guess we have nowhere to run, so yeah, I'll do that. We're still at 16, right? We're okay.
You can be made to obey.
Those Fabled Passage life gains and resources, they're so good. It's a heck of an angel. Do this before they can Hire Claw us. Oh, the Defiant Lightning Strike before we start gaining more life than they can possibly imagine. Love it. And by that I mean 2, but let me just have things. And we set up kind of the combo here by bouncing the Overlord so that we can just keep doing things. And I'll mill myself
I know where
to keep
find
everything
all
fed.
the answers.
Okay. Oh, mono red. Looks like the odds of us getting a non-mono red deck are going down. I don't remember when I last saw it like this. I've had days where it felt like I played against all mono red, but this is insane. And this hand is probably too slow, isn't it? Like, I think we're just dead to mono red with this, and I should mulligan it. But I refuse to just give into tyranny and start mulliganing like every deck is mono red. I just don't want to. Also, on the draw again. Come on, guys. Come on. Shuffler just wants me to suffer. Yeah, black, so we need white. Hey! Hey! Okay, well, Pixie Mirror. Now, this is what the Sarah Paragon is meant to attack. This is our opponent. So this should be a decent matchup, but I don't want to take anything for granted, especially when with a slower hand on the draw. It is still best of 1, and best of 1 can still be a bit of a crap show. Yeah, they are off to the races, aren't they? Here, kitty kitty. Two Pixies, huh? Maybe I don't block with my kitty then. I mean, we're behind. And next turn we can go Legion to Ashes. Turn after that, Day of Judgment. I do feel like we need to save Legions to Ashes for Kaido. And if they are not attacking with that token, they have a Kaido. They are attacking with that token. Oh, man. I just don't have anything to bounce with these pixies. I think I have to keep the cat. I have to. And they didn't play this first, so this is a Kaido. So it's just 1 damage, I think. It does let them keep Fear of Isolation on the board if they bounce the Otter, but of course they're going to bounce the Fear. Everybody bounces the Fear.
This is where things out of the shadows.
So they went first. And they had the Nutter Butters, 2 creatures, including a flyer, into Kaido Bane of Nightmares. We should, in theory, lose this game. But I'm ready for battle. I've got to find the Paragon. The Paragon is a wonderful card against these decks. There's a Paragon. Thank you. That's great. Love that. Legion to Ashes. Get off my lawn, Kaido.
Okay, now let's run away.
Actually, yeah, we're getting to the point where maybe I should be blocking with the Hunter, but I also might Day of Judgment next turn. Yeah, then I should have blocked with the Hunter. Might be a boo-boo. I just got feisty. What can I say? Sometimes Kitty wants to show it has claws. The rope comes out. Cool. I think it's the Jace. I mean, there's nothing I enjoy more than playing mono red, but right up there is watching a pixie deck rope the hell out of me. Come on. Come on, little cupcake. Bring it on. It wouldn't be the pixie deck if they didn't have This Town Ain't Big Enough. That works too. Yeah, fun. I mean, their hand is insane, so that's pretty good. But here we go. It's up to Paragon, and that Bobble's actually a really good draw. So we gain some life back. And we see if they have the answer to this Paragon. They have a stop on their upkeep, so they're thinking about sacrificing a Nightmare to draw a good card. And they're gonna do it. Now they've unlocked full control. Oh, man. Oh, man. To all of you who stick with me through this, you are strong. You must really love Standard, or you must be really tolerant of me. Thank you. Let's see them top deck the This Town Ain't Big Enough. Let's do it. Okay, so they don't have Kaido, so they have nowhere to run, which is what you'd expect. So we will definitely pass on that. How about this cat? Momentum breaker, not bad. Let's do it. Been kinda needing you. I mean, they're almost out. They still have 2 cards, but one of them I'm 99% sure is nowhere to run. So do I play around a hopeless nightmare here? Okay, they're just gonna go after the hunter? Sure. Exiled, 2 life. I mean, no, I need to play this out. The question is, like, do I get back a momentum breaker or a bauble with the Pixie? Or do I save it for a Pixie loop? The big... Well, the thing is, if they make me discard it either way, but don't get rid of the Paragon, we're safe. So yeah, I'll just get this momentum breaker. Yeah, you draw that land. They didn't stop on their upkeep. What happened? So they're getting back nothing? Dude, they've lost their cool. Their patience. What happened to their patience? They've lost it. They're crashing out, guys. They're crashing out right before our very eyes. Okay, pretty good. Pretty amazing. Let's kill that. Oh, it's time to start devouring them. Max speed up. Let's also make them discard whatever's in their hand, shall we? Nice. Land down. Again, they didn't stop. They didn't scry. They're completely crashing out on us. I love it. Salty Pixie. Pixie-less Pixie, of course, because they're Dimir. Oh, yep, okay. Yep, gonna make me discard that. You know what happens when I discard it? I cast it from my graveyard using the ultimate tech against these decks. Ooh, the momentum breaker. All right, let's start there. They're gonna sacrifice the nightmare. And they know it's over. No looping anything on me. And that's a rank up. I mean, in a field of all mono red and one Dimir Fear of Isolation enjoyer, this deck found a way. I mean, there you go. Pulled it off. And we are back. Post-game wraps. And the deck did great. I think I lost 2 games, maybe 3. I won a significant amount of games that all blend together against mono red, including on the draw, which you take every single one of those you can get against a powerful deck like mono red. And we had our one mono red experience, which was the Pixie, not Pixie, but Dimir. It was Dimir Pixie-less Pixie not really a mirror, but you certainly saw that our deck's kind of inevitability came in handy and that we found what we needed to value them out. Sarah Paragon proved its worth. Day of Judgment proved its worth. The card I didn't cast that I actually really wanted to cast was Beza the Bounding Spring, and also the Scroll Shifts. I never had the Scroll Shifts at a time when it was relevant, but you can certainly see the potential. I also never had This Town Ain't Big Enough in all of these games, and you know what? I was still succeeding. So while at first I was really surprised to see only 2 copies, I get it now. The Overlord of the Balemark engine, along with the Nurturing Pixie and Sarah Paragon, is what really sets the deck apart, and the ability of the Overlord of the Balemark to turn on Jace to actually be a draw 3 after milling your own graveyard is a unique angle that I really didn't expect to see. So I give a lot of props. I do like this deck. Is it different enough to make Standard fun? I'm glad I played it today. I'm very nervous when I make videos with decks like these because I think not many people will click on it because they feel like they've already seen this strategy. And even with some of the cards changing and with it having a pro pedigree, many players just aren't interested in seeing This Town Ain't Big Enough cast ever again. And it's not like I can offer them variety through the opponents either, because they were all mono red except for one. And that player was also running This Town Ain't Big Enough. So what can I do? Make something more original? I've tried a lot of things. They tend to die. I'll keep working on it. I also liked making the Brawl videos recently. The response has been okay. I mean, really the place where it's at and seems to be at the most right now is the Commander content and the collabs. So I'll keep leaning into those. I've got a great collab coming up, and I've got some things I'm really excited about on the Commander side to be sharing with you soon. So if you worry about me losing my mind playing Standard, don't worry. I've got alternatives that keep me busy. But for those of you who still love the Arena gameplay and it's what brought you to this channel, and you just want me to talk some Magic cards at you for a while and sling some spells on the ladder, well, we did it, and we did rank up. So we'll just keep moving, 1 little rank a day. It's all I ask. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool.